Welcome to Reality Muse. Oh my God. Not only is this our very first Big Brother recap, but this is the very first episode of this brand new channel. If you are looking for strategic, intelligent, humorous commentary, Big Brother, and your other favorite reality shows, you might want to go ahead and subscribe to this channel right now. I am Misha Battiste, the Reality Muse and a life and leadership coach, and I am here with Lance Richard, my fellow Louisianian, and a recent contestant on Fox's Fear Factor House of Fear. Hey, Lance.
What's up, Misha? What's up? Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to recap Big Brother with you. And I think it's going to be a fun journey as we dive into what Big Brother has given so far.
Yes. So we've just completed the first week of Big Brother. Ashley, spoiler, Ashley was evicted yesterday, and we have a new head of household, but we will not do spoilers on this channel unless you want to be spoiled. Like, if you guys comment and let me know if you want spoils or if you don't. But in the meantime, we'll keep it to the show.
Yeah.
So, Lance,
Mhm.
tell me what your first impressions are of this first week. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, like honestly, going into this season, I was really excited. Then you hear the rumblings that reality stars are joining. So we got D, we have Rick Devins and Angela, who's going to bring an extra special spin to what Big Brother is. D's reign as HOH was a very interesting one. I think she put herself in a small handicap with a lot of different house guests, depending on what the week is going to give. I feel like the people that's in really good footing is definitely Barrett, definitely
Mm,
Angela, and definitely Devins. I think they came out of this week the highest on the totem pole for me, based
mhm.
on all the mechanics that's been created, all the different groups, and all the rumblings about who has had the blood on their hands this week.
Yeah, I'm here for D. I feel like she had a fabulous week. I get what you're saying, like that, like she is really tight into a group. But the thing that I saw this week is that everyone wants to be her friend. Everyone wants to impress her. Everybody wants to have a good conversation with her. And I will say I don't think she's placed to win. I just think it's gonna be very hard, like very, very hard for a first week HOH person to win. I think that never happens. But I think she set herself up well. I do agree though. I'm shocked by Angela. I am
Oh, you
shocked.
are
I am
always shocked by anything that she does.
I am proud of her. I feel like
Okay.
she handled the Jason thing really well. I'll give a quick little okay, no, I said I wasn't, so I won't. I was gonna say something about the lackeys.
It's so hard not to talk about the
No.
stuff that we know because it's the all-knowing, but, yeah, like, you're mostly referencing whenever Jason tried to use Angela for comfort, then come to find out we see that it's a lie. Like, even someone who do watch the feeds, I did not know that happened until the show. Like, I know that they had a moment. I thought they had a real genuine moment because I know Jason is grieving his mother, but then to,
Yes.
like, pan to the camera, roll his eyes. I'm like, is this the game Jason is really about to play?
Jason, unfortunately, is doing exactly what I thought he was gonna do.
We
We
called it. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit last week, but we were wondering, like, is he gonna go the Jimmy route and, like, become besties with the folks? He kinda did both, like, he tried to become besties, but also play in their face. I cannot understand why he would go to Drew I don't know why he would tell anyone his gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he gave everything up.
Yeah,
Everything.
it's just like dirt in the name. It's like, okay, let me like snooze up to them, dirt their name to some people, but you're supposed to have this like amazing social capital and not realizing this is the same person who's always in these HOH room. If you know that the returnees are working together, why are you expressing this to Drew? You know, we also saw people like Mel doing the same thing. Like they're not realizing who's around who, and you're spilling the information to the wrong people. But does that mean that Drew is playing a good game where people don't realize that he's as tight with them? And it goes back to what I said about like Dee's reign. Like it goes back to even when she promised her whole team as she was putting that last piece, like, oh, we're all safe, and then basically put up Yash. Like to me, stuff like that, I will never forget as a player. You put me
Yeah.
up, you're doing that stuff. Like I don't know, maybe Drew's just insulating himself well that people don't realize that.
Ooh.
So Jason
Drew
is more of a fumble from Jason's game than Drew's, you know?
Jason is in the best place in the house. Like, I said that, like, D seems very insulated. Ugh, it's so interesting to me that, like, the other side of the house, right, like, the non-crossover folks
Yeah,
and red corner folks, they do not realize, like, how tight he is with the reality vets. Like,
yeah. Drew's
they
doing
have no
amazing.
idea. So, like, Mallory's spilling tea. I think Melody was spilling tea. Like,
Yeah,
everyone thinks that he is their number one. And so, while I have not taken to him personally, I
yeah.
am can't you can't be mad at his game. He's playing a
Yeah,
good game.
that's what I say, like, would Drew be someone that me personally, I don't feel like I would connect enough to be spilling my game to Drew. It just maybe just hasn't resonated on TV for me yet, but, like, he is getting the information. And he's also the thing is, I think he is messing up a little bit. Certain things you got to keep
Mhm.
close to the chest. These
Yes.
reality people aren't telling you everything. Yeah, they can tell you a couple like, oh, the red corner and the crossover thing. But Drew, you are not a returnee. At the end of the day, if you're this big super fan, you know that they're gonna stick three tight. Maybe you're trying to like wedge your way in to hope that you're the third of something, but I feel like certain things he need to start keeping to his chest. I guess he's scared if it blows up that it will fall on him, but like keep certain things close to your chest a little bit. It's week one, babe.
Yes, and another thing that I did notice about Drew actually is that well, it was really funny when he and Melody, and I think this was like the veto episode, and he was like, "Okay, so you're gonna be my number one girl, and I'm gonna be your number one girl, and we're gonna be loyal to each other." And it was like a first grader asking a girl to be his girlfriend. Like it was very like, and now we can like there was just no like
Yeah.
energy outside of like it's like a robot like I
Yeah.
understand that every guy needs to have a number 1 and you will be my number like, it was
But then
he
it also it also played on when week one when she was like, Drew just talked so episode one, Drew just talked so much, I can't stand him. And then next thing you know, they're the ones like on the playground, like throwing dirt on each other, but then like hugging and kissing. So that's what it reminded like you said, when you said the this grade school thing, it full circle made me think about when she was like, oh, he talks too much, and now they're sitting on the hammocks and hanging off of beds together. So it's like,
yeah,
what is really happening?
but he needs to be careful when it comes to 'cause I feel like, again, like, he's not emotionally expressive, and
True.
that's what people need to, like, trust you long term and want to play the game with you, and I also felt like the way he dropped the news to Angela about Jason and for folks who just to give you background on it, Jason, they were in the bed together, like, Angela and Jason were in the bed, and he was with his glasses, fake crying and saying that, like, "I always said that if there's an older woman in the house, like, she's gonna be my mother, and, I'm just feeling so insecure, and I just really need you, I'm so grateful," and Angela was acting like she seemed pretty surprised, like, "What? Like, me? How did I get
100%.
here?"
Yeah.
But, of course, her heart was just like, "If you need me, I'm gonna be here for you," right? Like, I can tell that it did not feel natural to her, which makes sense, but if that is what's being asked of me in this, like, maternal way, I'm gonna do it, which was very sweet, which is why it was so heartbreaking
Yeah.
when because Drew was like, yeah, he said he brought up the mom and, like, said that, like, he's gonna, like, he was fake crying and did it like, it was just, like, no, tact, no compassion, no, thoughtfulness or consideration, like, he just dumped it on her, and this lady's, like, menopausal probably, like, or I don't know, she's somewhere where she's probably, like, a
Yeah.
go ahead,
Yeah,
like, she's
because
old.
you just see leading up to it, like, it even goes to how emotional she was whenever she's like, "Oh, Rome is bringing people in the gym and having these," and she started to crash out. So it's another situation of you're just dumping this information on this lady that you don't like, you seen her previous season, you know how she handled information. Now you're just dumping it, and now it's like, "Dang, I really comforted this person. They don't really mess with me like that." I'm in the Big Brother house. It's emotional. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to drop my guard, and this person is playing in my face. Like, yeah, it's just like,
And my understanding is that, like, Angela, because of that, like, obviously she's done with Jason, but she
mm,
also doesn't really trust Drew
mm,
anymore either, so that's really Devin's guy, which we're gonna get into Devin's, but okay, now let's get into Devin's right now. I
yeah,
think he's very smart to lock in on Drew. Very smart. 'Cause he's
100%.
older, Drew's Gen Z, like, he just needs that younger person to keep him in the loop.
Yeah, and Drew is definitely, like, fangirling over the fact of Rick Devens, and honestly, it's flattery. Like, it feels good that someone is, like, flattered by all aspects of me, so let me latch onto that because he will never wanna do dirty the person he's fanning over. And if I continue to build that trust, is week 1 and you feel this way, imagine week 5 how you're really gonna feel about me. So it's like, it's
Mhm.
good on Devins, and I feel like Devins is already insulated with like the D and the Angela, that it's good for him to have his one. So when things do go awry, he has someone in his army to make sure it's not him, and they'll
Yeah.
shoot at the others first.
I agree. Something that's, like, pretty interesting about well, one, I'm not really a fan of him right now, like, big
Yeah.
fan on Survivor. Him in this house, he is really just a white man to me. I just, like, I'm not feeling that, especially, like, I to bring up Taylor real quick,
Yeah.
I I I think he hugged the other folks because he just could not hug the other folks, right?
Mhm.
And so I don't think he meant anything by it, but I would feel as hurt as Taylor felt if she did feel rejected like that. And so I honestly think like, though I don't think he intentionally meant it, I'm like automatically like,
Yeah,
like
and it
you
could
hug a
just be an
person.
irony thing that it happened to be Taylor that he made the comment
Mm,
on, but like nothing is irony to me.
mm,
Everything you do something for a reason, and I feel like at that point, like it was like, whoa, like I'm good on that. Like you said, he hugged the people he wanted to hug, and Taylor's feelings is valid, and I love the fact that she took a beat for herself because it's so easy, especially as a black person, to be pegged as this villainous, boisterous being.
mm.
And I love that she just took a moment for herself, didn't let nobody else see her like that, and just breathe and like, you know what, Taylor, you can't overreact. Anybody else, all these other people could do that. But I do it, it's prime target for week 1. And we go to see how when you look at the blueprint, she wasn't included in none of the alliances that Rick Devens D created. So it is some type of like maybe even a hidden biases that that he just don't realize.
For
And
sure.
it's just, like as we look down on the breakdown of some of the closest alliances, where we at? Where we at?
Him and Tiffany weren't close on Survivor 50. I think the only black woman he had a relationship with was Suri, which
And it
every
wasn't
white
a tight one.
person, yeah,
And it
like
wasn't
every
a tight
white,
one.
yeah, like she is, white people love Suri and they
Yeah.
should, but everyone's gonna be cool with Suri. But it tells
Mhm.
me something when you have relationships with all of the black with everyone in general. And
Mhm.
it does seem that he's a bit more like even with Chuck, like I don't think I've seen him and Chuck converse yet, though he is in the larger group.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he
And
anything.
he also
I'm just
shits on
saying.
that larger group when it comes down to Kamu, Haley, and Chuck. Like, he
Mhm.
was one of the first people to be like, "Oh, like, yeah, we got included in that, but my real allies or XYZ, the Barrett, the Drew, the D, and Angela." So it's like, you know, he's not prioritizing, and that's his game. Do what he needs to do. And as we start to break it down, you start to see the flaws in his game. But when Big
Mhm.
Brother is a very numbers game, you also see it in the adverse of like he actually is pretty covered.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and as long as people are giving Drew information, which I just watched some feeds, Drew is still giving people information.
Devins would be good. Yeah.
Devin is gonna be good. And yeah.
It's because he
What
knows how to process the information he gained as well. That's the thing.
Mhm.
Drew don't know how to process it, so he brings it to Devins. They mix and mingle and blend it up and process it and see how they move forward with it.
For
And that's what I've noticed from like feeds as well as seeing the episodes. Devins does a really good job with that.
Well, it's a stark reaction from, I mean, obviously, like, Angela's conversation with Jason was much heavier than any conversation Devins and Jason had. I can
Mm,
get why, like, the emotions were different, but
mhm.
Devins being like, "I am so glad." that you got people who are telling you this stuff, like, it means that we're really like, Angela's like, "I gotta go to the diary room, I gotta cry." And
Yeah,
Devin's is like, "Bruh, thank you, bruh, like, thank you for letting me know." So,
exactly.
he does understand his place, and I think Drew makes him not have to talk to as many people, like, it kinda makes him be
Yeah.
able to sit back a little bit.
And then him playing 2 seasons of Survivor, you could turn off the emotions, like, you're there for a reason. He always was someone who played for self, even though he had close allies, he played for self, so he knows how to turn off that emotional thing where, like, Angela couldn't, so she had to go cry it out, where Rick Devens is like, "Okay, let me just, like, push through and know how to navigate that."
Okay, Lance, I want to get your take on these original nominations for this week.
Okay.
So that was Taylor, Yash, and Mallory. Let's start with let's start with Yash because we don't have that much to say about Yash, and that is already upsetting to me. But what do you
Yeah.
have?
Yeah, like, honestly, when she was even thinking about putting up one person from each group, I was like, "Okay, like, yeah, one person from each group minus your group, I hope." And when she settled on Yash, as Yash was one who, like he mentioned, was a very integral part of her solving that puzzle, him inserting his team and telling him, like, "Keep it low, keep it this." Like, it literally pained me to see, like, his game possibly be blown up in flames by a technicality or D not remembering that she promised her team safety. It's like
Which is
she started once again, it's like spread herself so thin that her options were very few. So once you start breaking down red corner, their other alliance, you start thinking about
crossover.
who has people on the outside. It leaves the Lalas, the Taylors, the lyrics, with Jason and Rome safe and Chuck is not many options. So we knew that we was going to get some kind of disappointing nominees.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh being one of them, because I'm excited to see his game. And, it's good that this week he ended up winning the blockbuster originally, but seeing him on the block at first really like pained me that he even did it. But I think he also fumbled by not reassuring D like, "Hey, great job, D. Like our team did it. You say you're keeping us safe." We didn't see no clips or no moments of him in that diary room reassuring that. Because I know me, I would have been, "What's up, D? Like we did that. Great job. Like I know it's gonna be hard, but we got to keep our team safe." Boo, boo, boo. We didn't see a lot of that at all.
I thought that he was going to have a much bigger personality on the show and on the feeds and literally on the show, I didn't see much of him,
Mhm.
honestly. And I mean, if there was a conversation before D putting him on the block, I didn't see it. And I think you're
Sure.
absolutely right that he should have gone to her and been like, "So we good, right? Your team, I hope you win. I made sure you
Yeah.
win." Like celebrating with her, all that good stuff. Like he should have been Devin's the, "Hey, let me come in," and just locked it in. That honestly, he really I don't
At
know what he
least
did.
once. At
I don't
least
know.
once.
Yes, so and now he does not have a a group. Like, he has friends, like, buds. I think maybe he'll end up getting in with, what's his name?
Rome.
No, Camu.
Okay.
He's getting it but Rome too, actually. Like, Rome
Yeah.
and Camu are separately kind of getting close to him, so maybe this week he can start to get his game together, but he's on the outskirts, and
Yeah, for sure outskirts.
yeah,
And
it's
then
really
with
surprising.
Camus, like Camus is feeling like he's closer to the D, and then with that like house split situation, it's gonna be hit or miss how he gets in there. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now Taylor. Let's go back to Taylor real quick.
Mhm.
What's How are you thinking about her first week?
She like kind of like how you spoke about Yash. I felt like I was expecting more of a presence from her, but also based on what they showed as episode one, I could see why she's choosing a more muted effect, a
Yeah,
more muted gameplay. Especially when you are an initial nom, it causes you to like become a recluse a little bit. Like, because if
yeah.
you crash out the way Mallory did, people would be like, easy target, easy target. But if you just sit back, relax. The one comment I didn't like was immediately people going up to her was like, it's no way no one's voting you out. Like, what's the real premise on that? Like, is
Wait, who
it like,
told her that?
huh?
Who told her that?
I don't remember exactly who told her, but it wasn't a black person or it wasn't a POC. So it was like, for me, it was like, is it because she's liked, or is it because, like, oh, they won't vote out the POC week 1?
Oh,
Like,
I do
I'm
remember that.
confused. It
Yeah,
was a little off-putting for me
it is. That's what
because
they meant.
yeah, because it also caused her, I think, caused her to be a little comfortable, and as we saw, as I watched the feeds, as well as seeing how the game played out, if she coulda easily been expendable because n she's not indebted to
Oh, for sure.
anybody, and they coulda kept Ashley if Ashley wouldn't have opened her mouth.
It's really interesting because I it seems like overall she played the week right.
Yeah, for
Like, she
sure.
didn't I thought that the way that she handled, D initially, like, saying, like, "I don't y'all they're
I'm
not
not mad.
besties,"
Yeah,
but she was just like, "Yeah, it's all good, da, 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 da." Um, I thought that was smart, like, she did not have any blowups, I didn't see her cry. I thought that was brilliant, and I think that that kind of calms people's nerves about her, but I also do think it makes because she did not build deep relationships with anyone in the meantime, I do think, like, she's probably going to be pre-jury. Like, it's just gonna be easy to get her out. I'm
yeah.
kind of confused by her in general, actually. I think, like, I I got, like, a little bit of a stink attitude from her, right? Like
Initially, yeah,
yeah,
like
and I think she is a
yeah.
little stink, but that's
It get
okay. She's
it
from
gets, like,
Florida.
slight elitist a little
Oh,
bit,
really?
like, "Ooh, like, you need to talk to me," kinda thing, and I'm like, "Girl, it's Big Brother, play a little bit." That's where the small issue come in because I was like, because at first I was trying to process the Rick Devens thing, I was like, "Okay, is it giving elitist or is it just his biases?" And I gave her the benefit of the doubt, but then as you watch the feeds and stuff, you would see certain things she do or certain ways she act, and it's like, "Hmm."
Hmm.
Would I actually even wanna be around that or deal with that? Like, I don't know, but it just gets slightly like, "Mm, come
Sheesh.
talk to me."
I think she's from Florida. Someone let me know if
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
it is.
Florida women, especially black women from Florida,
I was
no
about to say,
shade.
especially black women from
They
Florida.
a little stink. They got a little stank attitude, and I don't mean like they smell, but like,
Yeah.
they got like a little and that is her. Like, I can't believe I'm on slop and like she was struggling through that. Like, just she's a bit of a complainer, and I
Yeah,
think I'm not seeing the people enjoy it at all.
no.
Um, so she made it through the week, brilliant. I don't think like I can see her on the block, 2 weeks later from now.
Yeah.
Um, and last but not least, Mallory, who I find annoying.
Yeah, Mallory, annoying. Like, at the end of the day, we saw the moment of her trying to have an adult conversation with
Ugh,
Dee to keep herself off the block, and it was the most awkward, cringy, and definitely the producers added fluff to it, but then when you saw it on the feeds and feed recaps and stuff, I'm like, she literally cannot hold a adult conversation. Like, it is uh, like, just sitting there, like, watching, I'm like, "Okay, is it over? Can it end? Can she, like, stop?"
it was
And if I was D, I would put her ass on the block as well. Like, "You are not giving me nothing." And I'm
insane.
like, it's one of those situations where you find, like, "Okay, I gotta find a way to get out of this." Like, go. And I
Yeah.
can't I couldn't. And she was just a crybaby about being on the block, and I hate that initial crybaby. People have to be on the block. It's a game you sign up for. You're not making a connection. Whoop-de-damn-do.
I that was crazy, especially like I just like were you prepared to come into the Big Brother house? Were you prepared? Like I think like the moment that she won the veto is when she clocked like, oh, this is what I do. Like it's like she found her actual competitive
That's
brain
that's
because
typical victim.
last
That's
mhm,
typical victim because, like, why it took for you to win the veto for you now you're bubbly, now you're excited. Like, girl, you should have been playing Big Brother. It was
it's
like,
I think, I think it helped because that whole week prior was social, right? And
yeah,
clearly, she's not a good social person,
for sure.
and so her winning that type of game, like, was reminded her that, like, she could use her intellect in this game too. Like, she's like,
Yeah,
"There's something I can do." Like, there I have something because
yeah.
social she does not have. Like, she is definitely the Gen Z stare, like waiting for D to run the conversation. And D, as a millennial, she's like, "You came into my room.
Like,
What you
yeah.
want to talk about? What you want
Use
to
your
talk about?"
words. Use your words, boo. Use your words and get a point across, please.
She's very lucky that Drew came in and was like, quiet it down. Don't be saying Barrett's name. Don't who oh yeah, Barrett and Ashley, that was crazy. I'm just like, she just all the things you could do wrong, she did wrong. Like she should have just went to her room, like her bed, and cried for 5 minutes and then came back and was like, it's
Yep.
okay, guys. Like, I'm gonna, we gonna make a pop.
Yeah, because we could kinda say how, Taylor did it, like, Taylor literally nominations happened, she was like, "Okay, I can't deal with, like, certain people right now." She was have not went on her have not wheel, cried for, like, 2 hours, then had her conversation with D. It was, like, perfect. She handled it in
Yeah.
sequential order how she was supposed
Yeah.
to do it, and Mallory did it as in, like, "I'm still hot and heavy, let me have this conversation," and it kinda, like, backfired because her first conversation pre-nomination was horrible, then the
Horrible.
conversation you had after being nominated, and then it's like, now if I have a conversation with you again post veto, do I really care what you have to say? So I
Yeah.
think it's all about the order and the sequence that you do things.
I do think Dee handled like, even though it was, like, in the kitchen,
Yeah.
like, as Mallory is, like, giving all these emotions, Dee's just like,
Mhm.
"Yes, it's totally fair," like, affirming her
Feel your
feelings and,
feels.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's she just felt it was so soft and nurturing in that moment, so I thought that was great, but Mallory
Yeah.
was like, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet,"
Yeah.
which is cool.
Mhm.
Dee did she did one thing that I will give her this week that she did wrong is not giving anyone the heads up. I just feel like it worked out as fine, but it's not Big Brother, we give people the heads up. Oh, well, I don't
Well,
know, what do
Lance isn't. I'm not playing Big Brother by giving heads up.
you wanna do it?
I wouldn't have put up my team,
Mhm.
but I don't feel obligated to give you the heads up. Some people have to be on the block. So you think that every weeks they need to come to the HOH need to go to the parent and be like, "Hey, Misha, I think I'm thinking about putting you up on the block this week." That causes spirals and it causes things to get derailed. Any small lines you maybe have with that person is not being exposed too early. Well, I don't know. I don't think
No,
I'm playing Big Brother that way.
no, you're right. You're right, actually.
But no,
I
it's okay though. If that's how you're gonna play it, that means that's the type of player you would be, and people
no,
would appreciate your honesty, you know?
no, honestly, like, I think if I didn't have to, I wouldn't, but I think it
Yeah.
became the norm in these past couple of seasons, like,
Yeah.
I'm used now to
Group
people knowing
think
ahead of
and all
time,
that. Yeah.
but you're right that, like, 1, it just did work out fine, but 2, like, yeah, it would've caused chaos, like, Taylor would've been I mean, imagine Mallory knowing ahead of time that she's gonna be put on the block.
Exactly.
Imagine. Speaking of the I was gonna say
What you got?
anyways, nothing, just, let's talk about the trio of Mallory, Melody, and Lyric. What should we call them? Like, Dream? What's like a white girl group we can call
Girl.
them? Wicked? Like, no, Bewitched, Bewitched, say you will,
Okay,
say
work. Yeah.
Bewitched. That Melody, I knew she has the energy of Sarah Beth. She has the spirit of Sarah Beth on her. No, is it
100%,
Sarah
like,
Beth? Yeah, it is Sarah Beth.
yeah, like, you the one that was, like, allies with Kylan and was, like, trying to, infiltrate the cookout without knowing that it was the cookout kinda thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
like, I don't know, Mel gives me this, like, the energy, like, it's just, like, for me, she would be someone that I would clock early on,
Yeah.
and she's just showing me the person that I thought she would be. Because like we all have our unconscious biases, and I'm like, okay, this girl is just that, blonde who's gonna think she's just gonna infiltrate and do the damn thing and use her looks. And then when her looks wasn't working, she had to switch to a different tactic and create this girl alliance that she really don't care about, but using because it will work for her.
She proved in the first week of the game that she's not loyal to anyone, that she will
Anybody.
not be loyal. Like, she showed that to Drew. Like, Drew saw firsthand and said it. Imma let her think that I'm her number 1 and vice versa, but I already know what she's on. I already know she's gonna drop me or not be loyal or do something behind my back. I think Melanie oh, yeah, because like, oh my god, Melody when, Mallory asks if she would, put her off the block if she won the veto, and Melody's like, "Sorry, I can't."
Yeah.
Just lie, girl, just lie.
And
You
I saw that live on the feeds, and it was just like
Mhm.
like the edit makes it cute, but like seeing it on the feeds, it was like, it's week 1. Like at the end of the day, I can't be concreted to you. I can't be concreted to you, especially your reaction of being nominated will only make me look bad. Like they didn't show as much as that needed to be shown. It was a tough one where it caused Mal to like literally break down even more. Like the person I thought is about to be my girl is basically telling me, because Mal would have did it vice versa, easy peasy.
And that, my friends, are white women friendships. Sorry, sorry,
Hmm.
sorry, sorry. Lyric, um, her and Rome, they are not a compelling showmance for me at all. How do you feel about them?
Yeah, like first of all, like I understand people fall in love quick. We see it on
Mhm.
Love Island. We watched these people fall quick. But to me, they're not capitalizing on it. Because for me personally, if you're gonna be in this like alliance and showmance, I would be creating my numbers around it. If I got these two girls that want to work with me, and then Rome's where he got like the Lalas and the Taylors and XYZ, why aren't we creating something solid? Because other stuff is being created around you. I feel like they're not capitalizing and they're so smoky eyed to what they have going on only and thinking that the rest is just going to happen for them because they're in the showmance.
Yeah. And it's like the show is making it seem like Lyric is in it. Like she seems more in it than Rome. And I actually think that Rome on the live feed at one point said, like, I'm not gonna hold you. My head's not even in the game right now. Like my head is with
Yeah.
you. I'm not sure if I care.
He's
Um,
locked. He's locked and loaded, and it's like almost no turning back. It's no
yeah,
turning back. He's literally locked and loaded into his
yeah.
girl. Like he knew what he was coming for, and it's causing him because I feel like he could be a great strategic player. Like some of his prepackaged stuff, I was like, oh, he's that white boy who literally could integrate and make his way through, but he's so blind eyed to this love that has came his way.
I The biggest thing for me in Lyric actually is just the baby voice. It's the
Oh,
baby
yeah,
voice.
I do hate a woman that's, like,
I hate
25
it.
plus still talking like, "Me, me, 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 me."
And she only does it with like, she's a lawyer. Like, so she's using this, like,
Yes!
confident, smart, like, intelligent voice whenever she's in the game, but when she with
Yes!
her man, which I could yeah, it's a
It's kinda
baby voice.
cutesy, I'm with my boo, like, "Oh, baby, yeah,
I
yeah."
like
No.
it. And it goes like, like, it's just
Yeah, it's
so
like
high and small.
yeah,
I'm
correct.
like, "No, girl, I just can't. I can't get with it." But
Mhm.
I don't think she's long for the world. I mean, long for the world of this season. I don't know. Where do you think she's gonna end up at? Like, do you think she's gonna be pre-jury, or do you think she'll kind of,
The
make her
thing
way?
is, with week 1, the trio-ish kinda got pegged as possibility because you remember even Mel was a possible for renom, but
Mhm.
weirdly it switched to Ashley,
You
who
forgetting that's fair.
wasn't with anyone. So it's like, I feel like a new week with fresh eyes and thoughts after the first week, it's easy for them to say, okay, we could either put the showmance and one of the girls, or we could put all three of the girls with the possible showman's back door. It's so many variations that she's gonna now be involved in
I see.
possible
I
noms.
see.
A
That's
hundred
a really good
percent.
point. Come
Yeah.
on, math.
Yeah. It's more so whenever like the red corner side ish type of people win it, she's always a
Yeah.
thought. The plus side, if they could come to some concrete, if they could pull in the Lalas, pull in the Taylor, pull in the Yash, Rome, and all create something, we can have a real house divide. And when that
Mhm.
side win, they can strike and start cutting off some heads and hopefully not make dumb decisions and just cut off the limbs and the arms. Cut off the heads.
Have you done the math on if the house is equally split? I know it's 16 people now that we just lost Ashley, right?
16. So yeah, so it'll be Kamu, Haley, Chuck, D, Devins, Angela, Drew,
True.
Derek.
Derek.
And then you
Wait,
have it can be a if they stick to it. Lala, Taylor, Yash, Rome, Mel, Mallory,
Melody. Oh, no, you said
Mel,
Mel already.
yeah, what's the lyric,
Lyric.
and I'm missing one.
Are we missing someone?
Jason. If they stick
Jason.
to it, that'll be a
Oh,
8-8
that's 8? Okay.
split. But
Wow.
Yeah, so it could be a real split, but Ashley was that outlier that was slowly leading towards D. So with Ashley going home, it really makes it even. But the thing is unified with the D side. They are 8 locked
Yes.
in.
Yes.
Whereas moving forward in week 2, the Rome in them hasn't created it concrete. It's kind of like, oh, we like each other. These are the people that's not constantly in the HOH room, constantly around D and
Yeah.
Devins and Angela. It's like, oh, we're cool. And sometimes in these games, people find out too late that they're not in the plans, and it's gonna be a little too late soon.
I'm gonna say right now, I am pretty sure if you don't have a alliance, probably like let's say you get into the Big Brother house on a Wednesday. If you're not in something by Wednesday, I mean, you will have chances to like, grow other things, but like
Yeah,
that being protected super earlier on, you've missed the boat. You've missed the boat, and now you just gotta like work your way in, like Ashley tried to do.
and it
Let's
was
get
a
into
little too
Ashley.
late. Mhm.
She was someone who I was also pretty excited about. I liked her, opening. I think that they were, like,
Right.
trying to go for, like, a younger, cooler Rachel in,
Mhm.
casting her, but baby, she was ghost. She was ghost on the feeds for the most part. I'm like,
Yeah.
she ain't got no friends, like,
Like,
what
yeah, like, you'll see little pops of personality, but it's kinda goes back to your point. She didn't insulate herself in quick, and I think she missed the boat, is home. No other people that's gonna miss the boat, to me, that's slowly losing traction, that could be a great player, is Lala. I feel like
Yeah,
Lala is so indebted to the Rome situation, the working out and all of that, that she's missing the plot when it comes down to the people who kinda matter right now.
yeah.
And it's gonna be those moments where it's like, yeah, we like Lala cooking for us and stuff, but she's indebted to some of the opposition, like they constantly say, the ops. So it's like I'm slowly worried about my girl Lala as well.
And that's so the thing about this, like you said, this Rome side of like not being, fully all put together is that,
Mhm.
yeah, there are swing votes. Like Dee can have a conversation with Taylor and have Taylor vote her way.
And
Kamu can
easy,
have a
easy.
conversation with
Gosh,
Yash, and Yash can go that way. So
period.
they really do need to like tighten up. And if Rome is the leader of this group, and if Jason really cares to do something besides being messy and ruining his game, lock those people in. Lock those like
Yeah.
they actually like this crossover red thing. They actually have covering. I like Rome is in a lot of the alliances on his side, and Jason is like it's just too like I'm pretty sure Melody and like Lala, right? They have no connection, right? Like you got to bring
Mhm.
people together
You
and
gotta
like
bring them
make it work.
together.
But I'm Lala.
Yeah,
She's
because
reminded
Mel
me of Jada,
'Cause
Jakata.
Mel is not going to the gym and working out. Lala does that every day regardless. Mel is
Right.
not doing that, but you have to connect that. Maybe have a situation where your little quirky girls are hanging out with Taylor and Lala so they could figure out something, and then they even make a cute little inner whatever. Like I feel like you said, they're not finding ways to connect themselves because the thing that connected D Devins with Barrett and Drew were their reality TV fans. And
Mm,
then after that, Camus saw D as strategic. So him and Haley and Chuck already had connected. So now that brings strategic together, and that's why they connected. They all have connected on something, and it
something.
brought a collective together. The others don't have shit in common with each other, so they're just like boom, whatever, and not realizing they need each other a lot.
Mhm. Do you think? Well, okay. I just thought about Taylor real quick, and just like she also like at least Lala. Lala is in an alliance with Rome and Jason. They're called
Mhm.
Mama's Angels, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mama's Angels.
hmm
Um, and I
Mama
think
have to.
there's the love triangle with Rome, Lyric, Jason. There is the court jesters with Drew, Jason, and Melody.
Yeah,
None for Ashley, none for Taylor, none for Yash.
yeah.
But particularly Taylor, like, you kind of knew that you're gonna stay that week. I don't what's your game? That's my question. What is her game? Outside of
Yeah.
just, like, keeping a low profile every now and then, what's her game?
It's no game, and we literally saw it in the edit. Like, I definitely was like crunching the numbers as I'm watching the feeds and feeling it, but to like see the edit presented exactly what I thought, at the end of the day, she felt too comfortable and thought she had it, and then it realized like, oh my god, just as easily if the blockbuster went a different way, or if Ashley wouldn't have opened her big mouth to the wrong person, and then, open her big mouth, and then Mel told the wrong person, it could have been gold, but then Mel messed it up for her and it just like blew it up. Taylor would have been gone. Like if it would have stayed silent, I
Yeah,
feel like it would have stayed silent until eviction night and the stuff happened, it would have been like jaws on the ground, like split vote, D
yeah,
broke it, boom. But when it get exposed, it's like, is this collateral worth so much of the damage early on?
yeah,
And it's like, we'll be able to handle that later. Like, yeah, Ashley, we thought we could put Ashley in and have another number, but she's too much. So I'd rather take a chance on me having a conversation with a Taylor later, like you mentioned, that D could have a conversation and it flips. They can
yeah.
have a conversation and just pull one number and not realizing that as long as you're the most recent person to talk to them, they're good. Same with like I think a Lala. I feel like Lala can as well. And just to jump into your old Love Island stuff, when they made Mama's Angels, the first thing I said? Mama happy.
I love that actually. Shout out to Soul, shout out to
Shout
Soul.
out to
Uh,
Soul.
but you make a really good point, and it makes me think like Taylor and Ashley are very much so interchangeable when it comes to
Yeah.
being of use to D, right? Like D
Mhm.
can have a fun conversation with Ashley, and she can have a fun conversation with Taylor. Like they're all
Mm.
kind of like, well, not only they're in the same age group, but they're the same type of girl.
Yeah.
Um, it's so interesting how fast it went from Ashley being safe in all ways to Ashley, like, unanimously
14-0.
voted out. It was gonna be split. It was gonna have to be like D, kind of breaking the tie into it becoming you. It was such a fatal final campaign that she did. Now,
Yeah.
I think I heard somewhere that Drew told Ashley to share, like, let people know that whatever, but it seems like when she did it, it backfired. Like, do you have any background on that?
No, like, only thing I had saw on the feeds and, like, from, different things you see online is, it was the fatal flaw was Mel not realizing that, like, I don't know how they don't realize that Drew is living in the HOH all the
I
time.
don't get that either.
But Mel is just so indebted to Drew and has grown like a close kinship, almost showmancy type of vibe where she's just like freely talking to him and not realizing that Drew literally is like a little puppy dog and will run straight to D and Devon's, and that's what caused it to like explode. But it wouldn't surprise me because Drew probably told it to Mel, and the way Mel expressed it to Ashley made it seem a certain way, maybe, and it just got lost in translation and it didn't land. The plane
Well, what
didn't land; it just crashed.
it's the way she did it. It's
Yeah,
like her mindset is like, I'm gonna tell people that the big people are gonna keep me, so you might want to get with us.
like a scare tactic, like where it's like, for me, I hear that I'm immediately like pulling my people in of like, oh, she mentioned a group and named people. Not even just said, oh, it's a set
Yeah.
of people. She named names, and this should have woke up the Taylors, the Lalas, the Romes to pull something together, but it still did it. It just
No,
made them be like, oh,
no.
well, we're still vouching for Yasha Taylor to survive no matter what is actually going home, but it didn't cause them to concrete. Because even after, like, we're not going into spoilers, but just watching the feeds and knowing these people are still scatterbrained, where that
Mhm.
new group is unified. And I can't wait till we talk about more about how they created something way more solidified where their eight is
Yes,
good. They're
yes,
locked in.
they're locked in.
They're
They're
locked
good.
in.
Kamu, like
Playing.
quiet as kept.
Playing the game.
He is very much so insulated as well. He's
Amazing.
going to make it far. I don't know if, like, depending on, like, his
Yeah,
competition
and
savviness.
it also depends on if they're gonna when they shoot, instead of shooting at like a D'Angela Devins, will they think, "Oh, Kamu is also a integral part." Will they shoot at Kamu? And I hope not because I see great things for Kamu's game. He's doing
Well,
great to me.
D is going to keep Kamu as long as I think Kamu is D's Drew. I
Yeah,
think
because he's giving information.
exactly, and he got his head on straight too. He might
Yeah,
be, I don't know if he's MAGA, but he has good instincts.
your Jamaican brother.
Yeah, my Jamaican brother. Um, and I'm not gonna say any we're not gonna talk about Haley and Chuck because I might start to like Chuck. I don't care for Haley, but that I'm gonna give
Yeah,
space
we
for
just
us
gotta
to
maybe as
evolve.
they wake the game up, but for now, I just feel like they're playing other people's game. No individuality.
Yeah.
Haley
Oh,
talked too much. D and them really don't even like her, to be real. Let's be clear. But they
oh,
know they
no.
need numbers. D does not like her at
Yeah,
all.
actually, it is it is hilarious seeing these Big Brother folks be like, "I just need a break. I
Yeah.
gotta stop talking to people. I have to." Like, they just, like it's just so much. I mean, imagine it's draining, and everyone does wanna talk to D. She is the HOH of the week, so I feel for her. Hopefully, she can, get a little break and not talk to folks as much, but we're going to get into our superlatives. So, we're going to do weekly superlatives every week. It's going to be player of the week, strategic player of the week, which player of the week is basically like best all around, right?
Yeah.
Like the person who had the strategy, the competition, and social game, like that trio
Mhm.
of skills you need for Big Brother. And then strategic person of the week, so it's self-explanatory there. And then flop of the week, also self-explanatory there. I'm gonna give mines first for the player of the week, and it's obviously D. Who else could it be? Well, maybe you have someone else, maybe.
Definitely.
But D won the competition. She quickly got herself some major alliances. She's gotten a couple of different number ones, and like there are people who are very loyal to D in particular. So I think she did a fabulous week. She didn't have like a major target, which is good. Like I just feel like she was very detached from her nominees and who was gonna go home in, like, a healthy way.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't put her finger too hard on it. She
Yeah.
had influence, but she was
For sure.
open to conversations. I think she clocked people really well, like, there were times where people were coming in and they weren't offering her anything as it relates to the game. Maybe they were talking over her or ignoring like, she just clocking all the little things, and so she just really she sees people, and people don't know that she sees them, but she can see you.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that is my player of the week. Who's yours?
Yeah, my player of the week, in the same wheelhouse to me is player for me has to be Rick Devens. Rick
Ooh, I like that.
Devens literally, has some very like strategic fumbles, as in like he think he's playing Survivor and
Mm,
giving out too much information, but
yeah.
he has been in the two created alliances. He don't have to be the one getting his hands dirty with nominating people, but basically was a part of dictate who is on the block. D
Mhm.
has said it herself. Devin is my number one. Angela's my number two. That she quickly corrected and said Angela's also my number one. But that also just showed Devins is in a sweet spot. He has Drew. I think it just gives all around player of the week. Not having to get my hands dirty, but I'm reaping the full benefits of what happened.
Yes. Yes, I agree with that. Okay, my strategic player of the week is actually Drew. I
Okay.
think it is he did kind of I think, one kind of point against him I think is major is that he kind of lost Angela. He lost Angela's trust. I think um, D is skeptical of him, but that's just 2 people.
Yeah.
There are multiple people in the house who trust him, think that he's their number 1. He
Mhm.
knows who he's loyal to, but he knows apparently. I really would like to see how he's keeping it
Yeah,
all
for
low
sure.
key, but he kinda aligns with Jason. Like, that's like he got aligns with everybody, baby. So, Drew definitely set himself up really well, and even though there was one minor error, I think he's got the tea. He's
Yeah.
got the tea. What about you?
100%. My strategic player of the week has to go to Camu. It's like to piggyback on a
Oh,
lot of the points you made about Drew. I feel like Camu
mm,
has shown D that he can be strategic, pull people together, and also strength. So it caused him to gain those allies in like the Angelas, the Ds, the Devins. Even if like Angela might be a little skeptical, he has his core with Haley and Chuck, what could definitely protect him. But also, he has relationships with people that's not in his core alliances. Him and Yash has a really good relationship. He talks to Lala. And I just feel like for me, he has set himself up for even if the boat on the other side starts to sink, he's someone who could grab the life vest, jump on another boat, and be
Yeah,
well insulated on that other boat. So I
yeah.
think that just is a lot of tick marks for him strategically, and I can't wait to see like how he elevates his game moving forward when the tides start to get rocky.
Oh, yeah, he is definitely going to emerge at a certain point, and I actually think he's going to emerge, like, I just feel it, and I could be wrong, but let's have a little moment. I think that he could emerge against Devins. There's gonna
Mm,
have to be a point where those 2 crossover red corner, they're
mhm.
gonna have to split off at some
Get a little
point,
messy, yeah.
and I think they're gonna come for Devins 'cause like, they have to get Devins out at some point, though, we have to know
So
that. Angela might be top 3. I'm just saying. She might be
ooh,
top 3.
girl. Her mouth is too reckless.
I cannot believe I'm a high key Angela fan this season. I'm shocked, but
You can have that.
thank you. Okay, flop of the week. Do you think we have the same person?
Oh, we could maybe do the one, two,
Let's just
three.
do yeah. 1, 2, 3. Jason.
Ashley.
That makes sense. She did flop, period. She did
Mhm.
flop. I'll let you give a little bit more insight on why you say Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, just flop of the week, I guess, is more of a personal choice for me because I originally saw Ashley's intro package and I was like, oh my God, good time girl. She's going to insulate herself well. She's going to be fun. She's going to have her girly pops. She might be in a cute little showmance. Like, I was like, oh, she's about to like run the table. And she literally, lost that first comp, immediately didn't get to compete for safety, wasn't on no one's team. She kind of did okay when didn't get initial nom, but then she was the easy choice after they started falling off of other people, just expendable. And she didn't connect herself or at least leech herself to one, maybe two
Yeah.
people. And then ultimately was like the nail in the coffin whenever she revealed her all-knowing information to the wrong people and it just caused her game to like flail out. And it was
Baby.
another example of being expendable. And ultimately it caused her to be 14-0 Floppiana of the week.
And I know producers wanted her to be that girl. I
Mhm.
know it.
For
Julie
sure.
seemed disappointed in her interview. Julie was
For
like, "You're so lovely. What happened? Why didn't you look in pain? Why you gave us that speech?
yeah.
Did you watch the show before she came here?" I will say, I think a lot of people assume that she would go with the white girlies, the trio, Bewitched, but I don't do you know if Ashley went to, college?
I'm not sure.
I think the girls, there's a lawyer, there's an aerospace person, Melanie likely went to college, or Melody likely went to college too. I just think, and, she works at a bar,
She's
she's from
she's an
Chicago.
outgoing. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that they were like these girls obviously are clicky. The fact that they're like the three white girl, the fact that they're a
Yeah.
tree in the like that's a whole thing. But I think Ashley was just very different to them, and I also kind of heard that there might have been some, like, pretty girl issues too, like, people did
Mhm.
not want to be friends with her because they were intimidated by her beauty or whatever, at least
That
what the
makes
people
sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
so but she still Taylor went through the same thing. You gotta fight it. You gotta, like, push
Yeah.
through,
And
you know
maybe she would have made it through and been a winner just like Taylor Hill.
I don't know why she just didn't, like, offer herself to D, like, "Girl, I will be whatever you need me." But she's not good is a problem too. She just
Yeah.
wasn't good, like,
And that's what I
let's
said. I feel like a lot of people flop this week with not. It's like I guess they was scared because D was always occupied. People always was in D's room, but I feel like people wasn't, especially the outsider people, wasn't having those conversations to ensure that they wasn't, especially once that veto was won. Like, girl, I'm making sure that I'm not the renown boo. I feel
No.
like people wasn't doing it.
No, Melody did it. Melody, she
Yeah,
did that though.
exactly. That's it,
She
and
talked too much.
that's why she got off the table.
She talked too much. Melody, I'm so sorry, Love Island is still in
Uh
me,
huh. Uh huh.
but Melody really showed her face. Everyone saw it. Anyways, let's talk about Jason. He is my flop of the week. Huge disappointment. Like, you're a super fan and you did everything. Like, if you wanted to be the villain, you don't you don't do all of your villainy the first
Yeah,
week. You
let it grow and
crash the
build.
party. Yeah. I think Jason will be gone no less than week 5, unfortunately, unless he I don't he's not he Angela could never she should never trust him again.
I give it about week 3.
I agree. I agree.
I just Jason, this was a week that you could have rode the wave, really feel out who could be your
Right.
allies. You were safe. It's no need to cause unnecessary drama. But we even saw before Jason was safe as Angela come in the house. Ooh, girl, we're not trusting it. Rick Devins come in. We can't trust that. D comes in, is like, ooh, that's a powerhouse. She won Survivor. Like Jason was not insulating themselves well or trying to like map out who could be allies. If I'm safe week 1, yeah, I'm gonna create my initial bonds and the people I like, but also it's time for me to sit back and methodically think about how these people could be beneficial for my game. And Jason didn't do that.
The
And
fact okay.
yeah,
The fact that he did not realize that Drew and Devins were a duo, I'm like, "What are you doing? Are you just, like, in your head and, like, just
la la.
thinking about yourself and your game the entire time? Like, you must not be watching these people." Like, I honestly think he is playing his, Big Brother fantasy, and they're playing Big Brother 28. He like,
Mhm.
they're you but also, when he said in last night's episode, "Let the real reality TV icon take over," I was like, "Oh, you want to be the star this season. You thought you
And
were the
that and
star."
that's what it was. He's mad that the producers didn't peg him as entering as a reality star. And I think it's like a chip to the ego. It's like, baby, you are here. You have nothing to prove to no one. You are a part of the cast. Show them why you're that reality TV icon. Can't be a reality TV icon if you're crashing and burning and gonna be gone by week 3.
I kinda remind me, I feel like on Drag Race, like, their original season and not so much this All-Star, but I feel like their original season, they kinda was self-sabotage a lot, right?
Self-sabotage because, they wasn't getting good critiques, never
Mhm.
won a challenge, was in the bottom, lip sync their way through. And same with All-Stars, like, they was getting good critiques, but then it started turning into, like, not getting the wins, so it just was a lot, and they thrive in chaos, and Big
Mhm,
Brother is a game where chaos is being brought to the forefront very, 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 very quickly.
mhm. Yeah, they have okay, never mind, I was gonna say something mean, so I'll keep it to
My
myself.
peg pack, my peg pack.
Okay, well, I think that that is it for this week. We're gonna be back next Friday, to see who is the HOH and who goes home, who wins the veto. Stay along with us, subscribe, like, and share with folks who are looking for more Black people, millennials, Southern, to recap Big Brother this season. And if there's other shows you might want us to do, let us know.
Yeah.
You want to say anything else before we leave?
No, it's definitely exciting as we dig deep into what the season is going to give. I'm really excited to see how we go from our thoughts now to seeing our thoughts as it gets down to the nitty gritty. So it's going to be an exciting journey for all of us.
Who's your winner pick right now?
If I had to pick a winner pick right now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Kama.
I'm gonna say Drew. It's like it's
Okay, see, it's our strategic players of the week.
I like it. All right. Well, till next time, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right.